Hello, it's Andrea from DIY Supplies. Welcome. If you have a Cricut maker, you may enjoy this video where I show you how I made a keepsake vintage brooch pendant. The first thing I did was cut out my banner pieces. For this project, I used 2mm chipboard and Christmas wrapping paper. I basically just created the pendant shape and circuit, and I added 3 holes instead of the usual 2 at the top. So I added an additional hole at the bottom of each pendant. My reasoning for this is I wanted to hang little pieces of jewelry or put on brooches on each particular pendant. The idea was that my mother has left me some costume jewelry that I won't particularly wear, but I wanted to honor her and still display the pieces. So I thought this idea might be a nice way to honor her at Christmas. The next thing I did was using Cricut Design Space was cut out letters. The message I wanted to say was Merry Christmas, and I used 2mm chipboard to cut out the letters to spell Merry Christmas. Once the letters and the pendant triangle shapes were cut out, I painted them. The banner pieces, I used cotton from Dixie Belle, and it just cleaned them up a bit. And on the letters, I used caviar from Dixie Belle, and that turned out fantastic. I really like the caviar color on the chipboard. Once everything was dry, it was at least 30 minutes, then I got out my hot glue gun and I glued on the wrapping paper on the pendants themselves. What was nice about the wrapping paper, and I didn't realize this till I started working with it, is that it is double-sided. So I was able to flip right one side, the other side, flip them back and forth and get like a nice color combination on each one. The next step was I took out my bin of costume jewelry that my mother left to me and sorted through it and found pieces that were really nice vintage pieces but were really Christmassy, or maybe a little bit large or a little blingy than what I would normally wear, but looked like they would match the gold and white theme I had, and also were a nice memory of her. And I decided to use all brooches because they were easy to pin onto the hole that I put on each pendant, and they look pretty. Once I was done with that, I was very happy, but if you don't have costume jewelry you want to use, you could always add tassels or even those extra Christmas decorations that never make it on the tree. They would hang very nicely on with just a Christmas hook. So all in all, when it was done, I hung it on my fireplace and I'm very happy with it. It's a nice memory, and I think they're nice and shiny and glittery, and overall it was great. I might change it up next year, but it's not a problem because when you use the brooches and you don't glue them on, you can just pull them off and use them again anytime and change everything up. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day. Oh, and just as a side note, be careful what kind of text you use. The first thing my son said when he saw the sign was Merry Christmas to you.